Hello PEI. Today we're exploring the captivating story of Prince Edward Island,
That's right.
Canada's smallest province.
Yeah.
It's an island paradise
It is.
with stunning landscapes and a fascinating history. But here's the catch.
Okay.
Why doesn't this charming, temperate island, bursting with potatoes,
Okay.
have more residents?
Right.
What makes PEI so geographically unique?
Well, it all starts with PEI's unique location.
Okay.
It's an island entirely within the Gulf of St. Lawrence,
Right.
making it the only Canadian province.
Wow.
Completely detached from the mainland.
Yeah.
This geographic isolation has had a huge impact on PEI's development,
Right.
shaping its culture and economy in fascinating ways.
It's like PEI has been on its own adventure for centuries.
Yeah, it really has.
The Gulf of St. Lawrence is actually warmer
Oh, yeah.
than the Atlantic waters surrounding PEI's neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
This gives the island a milder climate than you might expect,
Right.
considering its northern location.
Exactly.
It's incredible how this small island boasts such unique features.
Yeah, and it's not just the warmer waters.
Okay.
PEI's crescent shape, with over 1,100 kilometers of coastline,
Wow.
combined with its relatively flat landscape
Yeah.
and abundance of freshwater reserves from underground sources,
Cool.
creates this incredibly fertile and picturesque environment.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like a secret garden tucked away in the Gulf.
You'd think with all this going for it, PEI would be bursting with people.
You'd think so.
But as we know,
Yeah.
it's Canada's smallest province by population,
Mm-hmm.
even smaller than colder, more remote provinces.
Right.
So what's the story behind this population paradox?
Well, it's a tale of resilience and a fight for autonomy.
Okay.
PEI has always had a strong independent spirit, fueled by its geographic isolation.
Right.
They initially resisted joining the Canadian Confederation. Can you imagine debates and discussions that must have taken place?
I can only imagine.
They wanted to chart their own course,
Yeah.
separate from Nova Scotia and New Brunswick.
That's some serious dedication to independence.
It is.
This fierce independence really shines through.
Yeah,
It makes you wonder if their early struggles played a role.
right.
PEI faced some tough economic times in the 1800s,
Yes.
relying heavily on industries like agriculture and shipbuilding,
Mm,
which were vulnerable to global shifts.
exactly.
It must have been a challenging time for the island.
Absolutely. This economic vulnerability made them hesitant to join the larger Canadian Confederation.
Understandably.
They were worried about being overshadowed by the bigger, more powerful provinces
Right.
and potentially losing their unique identity.
It's understandable to want to protect what makes you special.
Absolutely.
But eventually, in 1873, PEI did join Canada.
Yeah, they did.
What were the key factors that led to this decision?
Several things tipped the scales.
Okay.
Firstly, Canada offered them much-needed debt relief,
Okay.
which was a big deal considering the financial burden of their railway system.
Right.
Secondly, the promise to resolve those tricky land ownership issues.
Oh,
Essentially, these were wealthy individuals or companies,
okay.
often residing in England,
Right.
who own vast tracts of land on PEI,
Wow.
but didn't actually live there.
Okay.
They leased the land to tenant farmers, creating a system that many islanders found unfair.
So joining the Confederation helped solve this issue.
Exactly.
Got it.
Canada promised to address the absentee landlord issue,
Okay.
which was a huge incentive for PEI.
Right.
And finally, and maybe most importantly,
Okay.
they were promised full provincial status. Despite their small size,
Yeah.
that recognition must have been incredibly validating for a province
Absolutely.
that had fought so hard for its autonomy.
That's a big win.
It is.
Joining Confederation, achieving provincial status,
Right.
and gaining support in overcoming key economic challenges. You'd think that would have paved the way for a population boom, right?
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And if any listeners out there are thinking about making a move to PEI
Okay.
and becoming islanders themselves,
Yeah.
I encourage them to reach out to Mike Montague
Okay.
at RE/MAX Charlottetown Realty.
Great advice.
He's an expert in the local market
That's awesome.
and can help you navigate the process.
Now back to the mystery of PEI's population.
Okay.
It's still the smallest province,
It is.
even smaller than Newfoundland and Labrador.
Mm-hmm.
What other factors might have contributed to this?
Well, despite joining Canada,
Okay.
PEI continued to face challenges,
Oh.
particularly in terms of accessibility. The Confederation Bridge, which finally connected PEI to the mainland,
Yeah.
wasn't built until 1997.
Wow.
Imagine being essentially cut off from the rest of Canada for over a century.
Wow, that's a long time to be an island in the truest sense of the word.
It is.
Yeah.
This isolation undeniably played a role in limiting population growth.
Right?
And on top of that, their economy remained largely centered on agriculture,
Yeah.
with a heavy focus on potatoes.
Potatoes galore.
Now, there's nothing wrong with potatoes,
Of course not.
but this specialization didn't exactly create a diverse range of job opportunities.
Like putting all your potatoes in one basket.
You got it. And unlike some other provinces
Yeah.
that had booming industries based on natural resources,
I've heard.
PEI didn't have that advantage.
Right.
They lacked the vast oil reserves of Alberta
Right.
or the expansive forests of British Columbia,
Yeah.
which might have spurred other industries and attracted more people.
So PEI's story took an unexpected turn recently, a remarkable population boom.
Wow.
Something like 15% growth in just 3 years.
Hmm.
That's more growth than they saw in the previous 25 years combined.
Wow, that's a lot.
Something's drawing people to this charming island.
Right.
And it's not just the potatoes.
PEI is suddenly experiencing this surge in popularity. There's clearly something special about this little island that's capturing people's attention.
Definitely.
So what's driving this sudden surge of interest? Well, it seems that even with some recent dips in the market, PEI still boasts relatively affordable housing compared to the sky-high prices in Canada's major cities.
That makes sense. People are looking for a change of pace, and PEI offers a more relaxed, affordable lifestyle. It's like getting a breath of fresh air, both literally and figuratively.
It's not just about affordability, though. The strong sense of community on PEI, where everyone seems to know everyone, it's that kind of close-knit environment that many people crave in today's fast-paced world.
I can see the appeal. Imagine knowing your neighbors, feeling a sense of belonging and being part of something bigger than yourself. It's a welcome contrast to the anonymity of big city life.
It's a chance to experience a simpler, more idyllic way of life.
PEI now has a population of 178,000. That's not huge by any means, but it's a significant increase, and it's fascinating to see how this growth is shaping the island. It's still a small province, but those newcomers are bringing new energy and ideas.
They certainly are. And it's not just retirees or those seeking a quiet escape. PEI is attracting young professionals, entrepreneurs, and families looking for a different kind of life. They're drawn to the slower pace, the affordable housing, and the sense of community.
It seems like PEI is striking a balance between preserving its traditions and embracing new opportunities. It's like they're welcoming the world in while still holding on to what makes them unique.
Precisely. And speaking of welcoming newcomers, if anyone listening is seriously considering making the leap and calling PEI home, remember that Mike Montague at RE/MAX Charlottetown Realty can be an invaluable resource.
Absolutely. Mike's expertise and local knowledge would be incredibly helpful for anyone navigating the PEI real estate market. What stands out to you? Is it the island's unusual geography tucked away in the warm embrace of the Gulf of St. Lawrence? Is it the story of their hard-fought independence and their unique path to becoming a province?
Or perhaps it's the allure of that close-knit community, the slower pace of life, and the chance to connect with nature in a truly special way. Whatever it is, PEI's story is one of resilience, adaptability, and a deep connection to place.
It's been an incredible journey exploring your history, your challenges, and your triumphs. From the red soil to the rolling green hills, from the charming towns to the stunning coastline, PEI has left an undeniable mark on our imaginations.
And who knows what the future holds for this little island? Perhaps they'll become a model for sustainable growth, finding that perfect balance between progress and preservation.
Or maybe they'll stay a hidden gem, a cherished escape for those seeking a simpler, more authentic way of life. Either way, we're certain that PEI will continue to captivate and inspire those who are fortunate enough to experience its magic.
And we encourage all our listeners to explore those hidden gems, those places off the beaten path that offer something truly unique and special. You never know what you might discover.
Hello, PEI. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a fascinating topic. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep wondering.